Hi everyone, welcome to my video overview of the Chieftec Vista full-size ATX fish tank style PC tower case. As you can see, it comes in rather traditional packaging. Box is quite large, but not very heavy. Unboxing does not take long. And now it's out of the box and ready to be used. Chieftec Vista is large, full-size ATX PC tower case in fish tank style. It's made mostly out of aluminium and tempered glass. It has panels on front and side. There is some plastic parts, but not so many. On top it has magnetized plastic dust filter, which covers up the top of the case. Whereas 360mm/240mm long radiators can be installed. Of course, it is also possible to install separate 140mm or 120mm case fans. As you can see, there is many different possibilities to install different kind of cooling solutions. Overall, the build quality is very nice. As you can see right here, Chieftec Vista has removable tempered glass panel on front, which is very easy to dismantle. The build quality of the panel itself is quite good. On the back side, depends on how you look at it, it has fully metal removable panel with built-in cutouts, which is needed for intake fans on the inside of the case. This panel is also very easy to dismantle. Chieftec Vista comes with pre-installed reverse blade 120mm RGB intake PMW fans, which could be connected through the hub. The front I/O panel is rather busy. It has on-off and LED buttons, combo audio in-out, USB 2.0, USB 3.0 and high-speed USB-C connector. Have to say that I still missing an SD card slot. It would be nicer if it had one. Besides the pre-installed intake fans and PMV/RGB fans hub, Chieftec Vista comes with screws, tighteners and rubber pads, which can be used for assembly. It also comes with paper-printed manual. It is not a difficult case to assemble, but it is always nice to be sure that there is no unexpected surprises, so let's quickly read the manual. Here you can see the components I would like to use. Nothing particularly special, just usual good quality components. Small ITX motherboard with AMD Ryzen 5 processor installed, 600W small form factor power block, couple of fans, 3.5-inch hard drive, 2.5-inch SSD, and some premium quality connection cables. So now I'm going to install the components. I'll start with power block, then the motherboard. As I already mentioned, Chieftec Vista comes with 3 pre-installed 120mm reverse blade PMW RGB fans. These fans are quite good. There is no necessity to change it for the better ones right away. Now let's do the hard drives. Last but obviously not least is cable management, which could be a time-consuming, but Chieftec Vista has enough space on the back to fit almost any number of wires quite well. Now closing the case and switching it on. So there is no surprises, everything it just works. As you can see, I've mounted an extra fan here just for the sake of filling up the space inside. As I already have mentioned, Chieftec Vista is a large, full-size ATX case which can fit almost any component without much of a problem. My ITX motherboard looks a bit too small for it, indeed. Have to say that one have to be careful choosing the right CPU cooler for this case. Even if it's possible to mount 160mm tall heatsink, as you can see, 120mm fan on top of the CPU cooler I'm using here makes not possible to mount an exhaust fan on the back of the case. It is still possible to mount an exhaust fan on top. As I already have mentioned, there is enough space for many configurations. There is also other possibility to mount an exhaust fan on the outside of the case, but have to be careful because of eventual increase in noise level. As you can see, build quality of this case is very good. Everything fits perfectly and looks well. Chieftec 120mm fans, which comes with the case, quite effective. It's pumping plenty of fresh air and not producing much of noise during normal workload. Also, RGB looks rather nice, not spoiling overall looks with extensive light. Overall, Chieftec Vista is a very nice package with plenty of possibilities. As I already have mentioned, Chieftec Vista has extensive I/O panel on front. I have to say that the quality of the connectors is very good. We've got here USB 3, USB 2 and USB-C connector. Audio connector is also of good quality, there is no audible distortion of any sort. As I already have mentioned before, the only thing I'm missing here is an SD card slot. I used a small ITX motherboard with 65W AMD Ryzen 5 processor installed, which does not require extensive cooling solution due to lower power consumption and design. But I am absolutely sure it is possible to use full-size ATX motherboard with more power-hungry processor and full-size GPU with ease. There's plenty of unobstructed airflow inside of this case. As I already have mentioned, there is many configurations possible, including 360mm long radiator on top. Chieftec Vista has a dual chamber design. The second chamber is much smaller, but it still can fit large components, including high wattage ATX power block and number of SSD or HDD drives. Chieftec Vista is a very good PC case, which can be used for many applications with many different parts. It has plenty of room inside of both chambers. It can be placed on your desktop as well as under it. Chieftec Vista has many possibilities for future upgrades of the ONE system. All the components are easily accessible. As I already have said, the build quality is very good. It's made almost entirely out of metal and glass, so it could last for a longer period. I can recommend this case for those who want to have a good quality full-size ATX Tower PC case, which also looks good and is not very expensive. It is a very decent product overall. And that will be all for now. As usual, thank you for watching, thumbs up if you liked it, please subscribe, and I see you all next time.